Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, folks. Michael Zuber, one rental at a time, back from the boys from Convoy. Dustin and Jonathan, how you doing, Jonathan?
Alive and well. It's beautiful skyline behind me.
No,
I
that
was just
that's
looking
not
at
a
it.
that's not a green screen. That's
And
actually
no,
that's
this
real.
is it's real. I'm in my office in our office in San Diego.
Very, very cool. And
Yeah.
Dustin, welcome back.
Thank you very much.
Very cool. Well, guys, we need to talk about rate buy downs, talk about when it makes sense. Right, a lot of DSCR loans getting done today with rate buy down. So define what it is, talk about it. When do you see it make sense for folks?
Yeah, rate buy down is something that is becoming more common, at least that we're seeing now, because rates being so high, investors over the last 2, 3, 6 months have been used to seeing rates that are in the 4, 5, 6, 7s, and they didn't have to pay points back then to get those rates that weren't, let's say, closer to 10 than closer to 5.
Yeah.
But now, most of our deals, our clients are electing to pay points to get a lower rate than what they qualify for, what the property qualifies for. So the simple analogy, what I like to do is you're basically paying the bank a premium upfront. Let's say hypothetically somebody qualifies for a 9% right now, which is very common. They could pay the bank, let's say 2 points to get down to a 7.75. This is all hypothetical, right?
And again, a point for everybody is at 1% of the loan.
1% of the loan amount, exactly. And that cost, let's just say it's, $10K, 10,000. That $10,000, what you're doing is you're trading that in for a payment that's going to be, let's say, $300 lower over the life of the loan. Right. So when you run the numbers, you're doing the math. You're like, okay, over 33 months, that $300 that I'm saving per month equates to how much I paid 10 grand right at the start to get this lower payment. So this only works for those investors that you've got two different investors, people that think rates are going to turn right away in 2023, Q1, Q2. And you got some that don't think they're going to be, lower in the next 2, 5, 7 years, right?
Right. Yeah.
If you're one of those, then paying the points makes sense because you're going to get your money back.
Yeah, and one of the things I'm telling all my investors and buyers to do is the buyers have all the power today. So this isn't your money. At least I'm telling them not to, is when you write up an offer, ask for 2 or 3 points, whatever the loan limit allows, get seller paid rate buy down, right? So you're getting the seller to contribute 10 grand and you're going to get $300 lower. So this break even, this mathematical break even is day one. If for me, because it's not really your money. That's something I'm asking for. So what is the limit on your loans? Is it 2%, 3%? What is it?
There's not really a limit. It goes by whatever the state allows as a as a cost. But the reason we bring this up even is because obviously, like non-QM DSCR rates have kind of skyrocketed, right? In the last 3 weeks, I think we've seen an increase every single week. To the point where most lenders now we're looking in the 9s, which is crazy. But obviously a lot of QM lenders and even some non-QM lenders are rolling out programs like the temporary buy downs and 2-to-1, 3-to-1, whatever, right? And that's kind of I think it's a more expensive solution because obviously the way that that's calculated is then it's a difference times the amount of months that is thing up front. Right. So that may be more than 2 to 3 points most times. And who knows if the sellers want to give that much. However, this allows you to kind of get that lower rate that it was. And we're talking about, in the mid 6s to low 7s is still available, being able to buy down to. So a lot of lenders have a floor, but we have specific lenders that have the ability to go below that floor. And this is a more permanent solution that may end up being cheaper in even the 3-year period than doing an upfront, throwing down of let's say 30, 40 grand, because of the difference in the payment, right? So that's the only reason why we bring it up as a topic to even talk about, because it's something that everyone seems to be more open to now. And because of the temporary 2-to-1, 3-to-1 buy down, why not have the seller credit you for a permanent buy down, not a temporary buy down? Right. Where in case of, let's say, 5 years down the line, the rate's still not down and it's still not lower, then in that case, you still have a rate that you could have gotten. Like, let's say you're thinking about buying it, like you could have bought it like 3-4 months ago, and it's the same rate as 3-4 months ago. So now you're getting that for the permanent full loan situation instead of having that cut off in year 2 or year 3.
Yeah, I totally agree. I mean, one of the things I've always thought about points to me is it's just like prepaid interest to the bank. I don't know if that's how they recognize it, but it's always felt like to me. I've always liked break evens. You know, if you can get under 2-year break even, that's awesome. Sub 3 years is certainly palatable because again, most people hold loans. I try to buy with 30-year fixed rate money, so a 3-year break even is not unheard of for me to do. But yeah, this is, you know, cost of capital is just what it is. I can tell you, you know, when 6% interest feels good is when you got 9. You know, 6.5 feels really good when you're quoted 9. So in this environment, definitely get sellers to do some rate buy downs. Consider it. You got to run the numbers. You got to work with professionals who have lots of options like Convoy. If they wanted to reach out to you and talk about options for their purchase, their investment, or their refi, how would they reach out?
Please email privateclient@convoyhomeloans.com. I feel like I should record that and put that in every single video because I'm the only one saying it every single time. It's like it's my catchphrase now. Let us know you're from more at.
There you go. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Stay tuned for episode number 3. We're going to make some crazy ass predictions. Thanks, guys.
Bye.